My beloved child, as this new year unfolds before you like a blank page, I want you to hear my voice above every other sound, above the noise of the world, above the worries that try to rise in your heart. I am the Lord your God, the one who was with you in the last year, the one who carried you through storms you never thought you would survive, the one who held you when your strength failed and your tears fell in secret. And now, as you step into a new season, I speak to you about my peace. Not the peace the world gives, not the temporary calm that depends on circumstances, but my peace. The peace that flows from my presence. The peace that guards your heart and your mind. The peace that remains even when the winds are strong and the waves are high. I know the memories you bring from the past year. I know the disappointments that still ache in your heart, the prayers that seemed unanswered, the doors that closed, the relationships that changed, the battles that left you tired. I know the questions you carry, the fears about the future, the uncertainty about what lies ahead. But I want you to understand something deep within your spirit. I am not a God of confusion, and I am not a God of chaos. I am the God of peace. From the very beginning, when I spoke the world into existence, I brought order out of darkness and calm out of chaos. The same voice that said, "Let there be light," now speaks into your life and says, "Let there be peace." My peace is not the absence of trouble. It is my presence in the midst of trouble. My peace is not the removal of every challenge. It is the assurance that you will never face them alone. When I say, "Do not fear," it is not because the world is suddenly safe, but because I am with you. When I say, "Be still," it is not because the storm has already stopped, but because I want you to recognize who I am in the storm. When I say, "Peace, be still," the winds and the waves must obey, and so must the anxiety in your heart. As you begin this year, I want you to anchor your life in my peace, not in your plans, not in your abilities, not in your understanding, but in me. You make resolutions, you set goals, you dream of better days, and these are not wrong. But remember, it is not your effort that secures your future. It is my faithfulness. It is not your strength that will carry you through. It is my grace. It is not your control that will bring stability. It is your trust in me. When you place your confidence in me, your heart can rest, even when the path ahead is unclear. I see how easily your mind becomes crowded with thoughts of, what if? What if this year brings loss? What if the situation does not change? What if I fail again? What if I am not strong enough? But my child, I am the God who says, "I will be with you always." I am the God who goes before you and prepares the way. I am the God who holds tomorrow in my hands. You do not need to carry the weight of the future, because I already carry you. The peace I give you is the confidence that whatever comes, I will be there, and my grace will be sufficient for you. I want you to start this year not with anxiety, but with surrender. Lay down the burdens you have been carrying. Lay down the guilt from past mistakes. Lay down the regrets that keep you looking back. Lay down the fear that whispers that you are not enough. When you lay these at my feet, I replace them with my peace. I exchange your heaviness for my rest, your worry for my assurance, your weakness for my strength. My peace is not earned by striving. It is received by trusting. Remember how I spoke to my disciples when their hearts were troubled. I told them, "Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." I did not promise them a life without trials, but I promised them my peace. The same promise is for you today. The same Spirit who calmed their hearts now dwells within you. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are deeply loved, and my peace is your inheritance. As the days of this year unfold, there will be moments when you feel overwhelmed. There will be times when you do not understand my ways. There will be seasons when the waiting feels long and the answers seem delayed. In those moments, do not allow your heart to be ruled by fear. Come to me. Talk to me. Pour out your heart before me. I am not distant. I am near. I listen to every prayer, even the ones spoken with tears, even the ones whispered in weakness. When you bring your requests to me with a thankful heart, my peace, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind. My peace is a shield around you. It guards your thoughts when the enemy tries to fill your mind with lies. It guards your heart when the world tries to steal your joy. It guards your soul when circumstances try to shake your faith. You may not understand everything that happens, but you can trust the one who holds everything together. You may not see the full picture, but you can rest in the hands of the artist who is painting your story with wisdom and love. This year, I am calling you to walk closely with me. When you walk with me, you walk in peace. When you listen to my voice, you find direction. When you trust my word, your heart becomes steady. Do not rush ahead of me, and do not lag behind in fear. Walk step by step, day by day, moment by moment, knowing that I'm guiding you. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Even if the road seems dark, my light will never fail you. I know you desire a year filled with joy, success, and blessings. And I, your Father, delight in giving you good gifts. But above all, I desire that you live in my peace. For what is success without peace? What is achievement without rest in the soul? What is abundance without the assurance of my presence? My peace is the foundation upon which every true blessing stands. When your heart is at peace, you can rejoice in times of abundance and remain hopeful in times of lack. When your heart is at peace, you can stand firm in trials and give thanks in victories. When your heart is at peace, you can love others, forgive freely, and reflect my character to the world. There are battles you will face this year, but you will not fight them alone. I am your refuge and your strength, an ever-present help in trouble. When you feel weak, I am strong. When you feel uncertain, I am your guide. When you feel afraid, I am your protector. My peace does not mean there will be no battles. It means the victory is already assured. For I have overcome the world, and in me you also are an overcomer. Let your heart be anchored in my promises. I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you. I have promised to work all things together for your good. I have promised to give you a future and a hope. These are not empty words. They are the unchanging truth of who I am. When doubts arise, return to my promises. When fear tries to take hold, remind your soul of my faithfulness. When the world feels unstable, remember that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. This year, choose to begin each day in my presence. Before the rush, before the responsibilities, before the noise of the world, come and be with me. In my presence, your heart will find rest. In my presence, your mind will be renewed. In my presence, your spirit will be strengthened. The more you dwell with me, the more my peace will fill your life, not as a fleeting feeling, but as a constant reality. I am inviting you into a deeper trust, a deeper rest, a deeper peace. Do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow is already in my care. Do not be weighed down by yesterday, for I have forgiven, restored, and made all things new. Live in today, the day I have given you, and walk in the peace I have placed within you. My child, you are not entering this year alone. You are entering it with me, the Prince of Peace, the shepherd of your soul, the one who loves you with an everlasting love. Let my peace rule in your heart. Let it guide your decisions. Let it calm your fears. Let it remind you that you belong to me. As you start this year, I speak over you. Peace in your mind, peace in your heart, peace in your home, peace in your relationships, peace in your work, peace in your journey. Not because everything will be perfect, but because I am with you, and where I am, there is peace. Walk forward with confidence, not in yourself, but in me. Rest in my promises. Trust in my timing. Lean on my strength. And above all, receive my peace, for it is my gift to you, today and always. And as you continue to walk into this new year, I want you to understand that my peace is not fragile. It is not easily broken by bad news, by delays, by closed doors, or by people's opinions. My peace is rooted in who I am, and I do not change. The world around you may shake, systems may fail, relationships may shift, and plans may be altered, but I remain the same faithful God. When everything else feels uncertain, my presence becomes your certainty. When everything else feels unstable, my word becomes your firm foundation. There will be days when you wake up feeling strong and hopeful, and there will be days when you feel tired and discouraged. On both kinds of days, my peace is available to you. Do not think that you must first fix yourself, understand everything, or become perfect before you can rest in me. Come just as you are. Bring me your questions, your confusion, your tears, your silent struggles. I am not intimidated by your weakness. I am drawn to it, because my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you lean on me, you will find that my peace flows most deeply into the places where you once felt the most broken. This year, you may walk through valleys, but you will not walk through them alone. I am the shepherd who walks beside you, who leads you to still waters, who restores your soul. Even when the path is narrow and the shadows are long, my rod and my staff will comfort you. My peace will not remove every shadow, but it will remind you that the light of my presence is always with you, guiding you safely through. I know that sometimes you carry the burden of trying to be strong for everyone else. You try to hold things together, to be the support, the encouragement, the one who never breaks. But my child, you are not meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. That weight belongs to me. Cast your cares upon me, for I care for you. When you release what you cannot control into my hands, you make room in your heart for my peace to reign. Do not allow the mistakes of the past to steal the peace of your present. I am the God who forgives, the God who restores, the God who makes all things new. When I have forgiven you, do not continue to punish yourself. When I have called you righteous, do not continue to see yourself as defeated. My peace comes when you accept my grace and believe my truth about who you are in me. This year, I want you to listen more closely to my voice than to the voice of fear. Fear will tell you that you are alone, but my voice will tell you that I am with you. Fear will tell you that you will fail, but my voice will tell you that I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Fear will tell you that the future is dark, but my voice will tell you that I have already gone before you and prepared the way. Choose to believe my voice, and your heart will remain at peace. When the world around you is in turmoil, when there is conflict, uncertainty, and unrest, remember that my kingdom is not shaken. I reign above every storm, every crisis, every circumstance. My throne is established in righteousness and peace. When you fix your eyes on me instead of the waves, you will find that your heart remains calm even when the sea is rough. Let my peace shape the way you respond to others. When you are tempted to react in anger, choose peace. When you are hurt by words or actions, choose forgiveness, and my peace will guard your heart. When you are misunderstood, entrust your reputation to me and rest in my peace. A heart that is ruled by my peace becomes a testimony to the world, a living evidence that I am alive and at work within you. I am calling you this year to be a carrier of my peace. The peace I place in you is not only for your own comfort, it is meant to flow through you to others. There are people around you who are weary, anxious, and broken. As you walk in my peace, you will become a source of hope, a reflection of my love, a gentle reminder that I am near. Let your words bring comfort. Let your presence bring calm. Let your life point others to the Prince of Peace. There will be moments when you do not see immediate answers to your prayers. In those moments, do not let impatience rob you of peace. My timing is perfect, even when it is different from your expectations. I am working in ways you cannot yet see, arranging things for your good and for my glory. Trust me in the waiting. My peace will keep your heart steady until the promise is fulfilled. My beloved, this year is not an accident. The days you will live, the people you will meet, the opportunities you will receive, the challenges you will face, all are known to me. I have gone before you, and I will walk with you through every moment. You are safe in my hands. Nothing can separate you from my love. Nothing can snatch you out of my care. Let this assurance settle deep within your soul, and you will walk in a peace that the world cannot give and cannot take away. So begin this year with your eyes fixed on me and your heart anchored in my peace. When you wake, acknowledge me. When you walk, trust me. When you struggle, lean on me. When you rejoice, thank me. In every season, remain in my presence. For in my presence, there is fullness of joy and unshakable peace. I speak over you once again. Do not be afraid. Do not be anxious. Do not be discouraged. For I, the Lord your God, am with you. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you. And I will fill you, day after day, moment after moment, with my perfect peace as you trust in me and walk with me into all that I have prepared for you. And even now, as you listen to my voice, I am drawing you deeper into the stillness of my presence. For it is in stillness that you recognize my nearness, and it is in quiet trust that your heart learns to rest. The world teaches you to rush, to strive, to worry, to carry tomorrow before it even arrives. But I teach you to be still and to know that I am God. I teach you to breathe in my promises and breathe out your fears. I teach you to release control and receive grace. This is the pathway into my peace. There will be moments this year when you feel the pressure to compare your journey with others. You will see their progress, their blessings, their victories, and your heart may wonder why your path looks different. But my child, I write each story with purpose. I lead each soul with wisdom. Your pace is not slow, it is guided. Your delays are not denials, they are preparations. Your waiting is not wasted. It is shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and deepening your dependence on me. When you trust my process, peace settles in your heart, because you know I am doing something beautiful, even when you cannot yet see it. I want you to understand that my peace is not only something you feel, It is something you live. It becomes the atmosphere of your thoughts, the posture of your heart, the foundation of your decisions. When my peace rules within you, you will no longer be driven by panic, but by prayer. You will no longer be controlled by fear, but by faith. You will no longer be shaken by every report, but anchored in my truth. This year, there will be voices that try to pull you in different directions. Voices of doubt, voices of criticism, voices of temptation, voices of despair. But above them all is my voice, gentle yet powerful, steady and full of love, calling you to trust me, to follow me, to rest in me. My sheep hear my voice, and they know it. As you learn to listen, my peace will guide you like a river, flowing steadily through your life, carrying you forward in my will. When you face decisions and crossroads, do not be ruled by anxiety. Bring every choice before me. I am not a God who hides my will from my children. I delight in guiding you. I will make your path clear in my time. And even when the way seems uncertain, my peace will act as your confirmation, your inner witness that you are walking in step with me. There will be times when your heart is heavy because of loved ones who are far from me or situations you cannot change. In those moments, don't let sorrow steal your peace, and trust them into my hands. I love them even more than you do. I am working in ways you cannot see. Your prayers are not in vain. Your tears are not unnoticed. I collect them, and I turn them into seeds of hope. Rest in this truth, and let my peace guard your heart from despair. Remember, my peace is not passive. It is powerful. It stands firm in the face of opposition. It remains calm in the midst of chaos. It declares trust even when answers are delayed. It is the quiet confidence that says, "My God is in control." When you walk in this peace, you become a living testimony of my faithfulness. Others will see your calm in the storm and ask about the hope that is within you, and your life will point them to me. I am also calling you this year to forgive more freely, to let go more quickly, to love more deeply. Unforgiveness, bitterness, and resentment are heavy burdens that steal your peace. They keep your heart tied to the past and your spirit weighed down. But when you choose to forgive, you choose freedom. When you release others into my hands, you release your own heart into rest. My peace flows most freely through a heart that is clean, humble, and surrendered. Do not fear the unknown days ahead. I am already there. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I stand at the start of this year, and I am already waiting for you at its close. Every step in between is covered by my grace. Every moment is held by my love. You cannot fall out of my care. You cannot wander beyond my reach. You cannot face anything that I have not already prepared you for. So walk forward with courage, not because you are strong, but because I am with you. Walk forward with hope, not because circumstances are perfect, but because my promises are sure. Walk forward with peace, not because life will be easy, but because my presence will never leave you. And when the year is long, when the nights are quiet, when your heart seeks reassurance, remember this: I am your peace. Not just the giver of peace, but peace itself. Where I am, there is rest. Where I am, there is safety. Where I am, there is hope. Let this truth echo in your soul every day of this year. You are mine. I am with you. I am for you. I will never fail you. And my peace, perfect and unchanging, will walk with you from the first day of this year to the last and beyond, into eternity. As you step forward into this year, remember, my child, my peace is not just for listening, it is for living. Carry it with you into every day, every moment, every challenge. When you wake, let my presence be the first thing you seek. When you face uncertainty, let my promises guide your heart. When you feel fear or doubt, remember that I am with you, and nothing can separate you from my love. Let this peace guard your mind, strengthen your faith, and fill your soul with joy that is unshakable. Share it with others. Let it flow through your words, your actions, and your life. Be a beacon of hope, a reflection of my love, a testimony of my faithfulness. So now go forth into this year with courage, confidence, and complete trust. Rest in my presence, walk in my ways, and remember this always. I am your God. I am your refuge. I am your peace, and I will never leave you. Receive my blessing for this year. Walk in my peace. Rejoice, for I am with you now and presence. Walk in my ways, and remember this always. I am your God. I am your refuge. I am your peace, and I will never leave you. Receive my blessing for this year. Walk in my peace. Rejoice, for I am with you, now and forevermore. Amen. Like and share this video if you believe in God.